Welcome to the wine show. Hello, kitchen staff. This is what we're going to start, me and Mike, a little wine appreciation videos. It's a great educational tool. We're going to introduce you to new wines each week, or perhaps just even a new topic, or perhaps just talk about nothing. That's everything related to wine. So that's what it is. It's a really easy tool for you to learn about wines, and you don't have to read through my emails with all the misspellings and bad grammar. Perhaps I'm better at talking than writing. So that being said, this is going out to some staff down in Denver. If you don't know Mike, Mike is, he knows more about wine than me, so I pretend I know more than him. He helps me out up here. So that's that. We're going to taste two wines today. These are two new wines to the list. One, a white blend from California, inspired by Italy. And then we're actually going to be doing a red wine as well. That's actually been on the list. It comes and goes just because it's a very small winery. You get a limited allocation each year from Tuscany. Cool. First wine. This is coming under our full, lush, exotic white category. This is Massican. Bam! Wine's name Annia. Here's the fun thing about this one. It's actually got a great story behind the name. There's a mountain in southern Italy, specifically Campania, Massicaio. This mountain area became very, very famous because of this story of Bacchus. If you're not familiar with Bacchus, Bacchus is the Greek god of wine. He came to Campania, found himself at this mountain, found himself in the house of a very nice farmer. And I believe his name was Valerius. Don't quote me, but I believe it's Valerius. Who gave Bacchus, or showed Bacchus, a great time. I don't know what they did or how he did it, but he showed him a great time. And how Bacchus repaid him is, in the middle of the night, this god of wine planted the whole mountain, literally this guy's backyard, with some of the best vines in Italy at this time, and he only produced white wines. So the story goes, the best wine from Italy comes from this mountain. So Massican, a play off of that, basically coming from the mountain Massican. So really cool winemaker here. Met him last week, actually, Dan Petroska. Kind of walked a similar line as I did as a younger man back in my youth, which was about 50 years ago. We both found ourselves in Italy. He found himself in Sicily. I found myself in the Marche. I was cooking, and he was working at a winery. And we both had to come back to the States. We both basically extended our welcome there. He found himself in New York, thought he'd get a job in the wine business, selling wine, specifically from some Italian importers. Couldn't find work, and so he found himself actually out in California, working as a cellar rat for one place called Dumal. Dumal, really known for their big, rambunctious, full-bodied, fruit, banging Pinot Noir Chardonnays. They also have another project called Larkmead, which does more Cab Bordeaux-based wines out in Napa. And Dan became an assistant winemaker there. He's been there since, I believe, don't quote me, less than 10 years. Sorry, great. No, I'll laugh at you too. No, I'm joking. But anyways, after working at Larkmead, he was really making big California wines. And what he wanted to do is make a wine that I would say more styled after the wines that he enjoyed in Italy, specifically working in Sicily. He's always enamored by the wines of northern Italy, specifically Friuli, where we find really, I'll say it, in my opinion, the best white wines in Italy. Typically made out of indigenous varietals, Tokai, Friulano, and Ribolla Gialla. Luck would have it, there's actually a very small vineyard in Napa Valley that these varietals are planted. And just a quick little history on California winemaking. We owe it all to the Italian immigrants. All of our winemaking and vineyard management, or excuse me, not management, the plantings in California pretty much came from Italian immigrants. What they do is they typically with them take plantings from wherever they came. So we find, and you still can find to this day, actually all these weird obscure grape varietals that haven't been ripped up yet. in the sake of planting more, I would say, profitable varietals like Cabernet and Chardonnay. There's a small little vineyard in Napa that some really cool winemakers I find are sourcing Tokai and Ribolla from. Our friends at Arnott Roberts are doing it. A little white field blend from this vineyard, and so is Dan right here. So Tokai, Friulano, Ribolla Gialla, those are the grapes, with Chardonnay in this thing as well. Fun thing I really enjoy about this wine is it really changes your idea, especially if you're a snobby wine geek like me and loves to throw California under the bus, saying they can't make any wines of balance and of structure. This changes your mind. As you can see, I've already got into this thing because I was nervous before making this video and decided I needed to lubricate myself beforehand. So here we go. Thing you really notice about these wines is it's definitely the aromatics. They really stand out. A lot of bright notes to it. You look for like orchard fruits, you look for citrus fruits in this thing. You're not really picking up any of those tropical notes and stuff that you pick up from like the Chardonnay. Typically, the Chardonnay is really strong grape. It typically dominates blends quite frequently. Mike, you got anything?
Yeah, I mean, it's for a Napa wine, red or white, I think like supple and big and ripe, and this is just the opposite. It's lean, it's green, you know, like if you a young little twig and you peel off the bark and you see like that green bark under there, and it's like that sort of tart young greenness. I think this wine almost has like this, I mean, just super pale color to it with a little green tint to the glass. But yeah, just I would never think that wine like this would come from Napa.
Yeah.
Much less California.
Yeah, especially coming at 12.4% alcohol, which I find quite pleasing. Just in case you want to drink the bottle by yourself. I encourage that. Really interesting on the palate too. It's got a lot of breadth. It's got personality. It's strong. It really has got the same, I would say, aroma profile is very similar to what we find on the palate. Great acidity. That's what I'm looking for in this thing. And that's what I really find that this wine is applicable to our menu. It's got balance. It's got that acidity to it. So it really is fun to pair with. I would love this thing with like anything from charcuterie. Down in Denver, we do this chicken with harissa on it. It'd be fantastic with. Also pork with peaches, which is in season right now. Awesome with. This thing is definitely a white that has enough body structure, I think, to stand up to those white proteins, which could be pork, chicken, just not fish. Yeah, fun. Super bueno. Hope you enjoy. Should we taste some red?
Yeah.